Hi everyone, it's me, Jay. Today we're gonna be reading the novel we were reading last time. It's called The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes by Arthur Conan Doyle. Um, Before we start, I just wanna say something. I'm also gonna write this down in the description boxes in all of my videos, but I'm just gonna say it in the beginning of this video too. You shouldn't wear headphones or any kind of headgear while you're watching any of my videos, especially the voiceovers, because you probably already know the background noises are insane. I don't really edit any of my videos, not even the audio, so I don't really cut out the background noises. So you shouldn't wear headphones really when you watch any of my videos, because it might hurt your ears. So yeah, you shouldn't wear any of it, anything. Just watch it, just play it, okay? Just play the videos without wearing headphones. It might hurt your hearings if you do wear headphones, so try not to, okay? It's a warning. I'm just giving you a warning for your own good. All right, so anyways, back to this video. So today we're gonna start off where we left off in the last video. It's from here, where Holmes were exclaiming something. All right, so let's get into it. Let me see, said Holmes. Born in New Jersey in the year 1858. Contralto, La Scala, Prima donna Imperial Opera of Warsaw, yes. Tired from operatic stage, Living in London, quite so. Your Majesty, as I understand, became entangled with this young person, wrote her some compromising letters, and is now desirous of getting those letters back. Precisely so, but how? Was there a secret marriage? None. No legal papers or certificates? None. Then I fail to follow your Majesty. If this young person should produce her letters for blackmailing or other purposes, how is she to prove their authenticity? There is the writing. Pooh, forgery. My private note paper. Stolen. My own seal. Imitated. My photograph. But we were both in the photograph. Oh dear, that is very bad. Your Majesty has indeed committed an indiscretion. I was mad, insane. You have compromised yourself seriously. I was only crown prince then. I was young, I am, but 30 now. It must be recovered. We have tried and failed. Your Majesty must pay. It must be bought. She will not sell. Stolen then. 5 attempts had been made. Twice burglars in my pay ransacked her house. Once we diverted her luggage when she traveled. Twice she has been waylaid. There has been no result. No sign of it. Absolutely none. Holmes laughed. It is quite a pretty little problem, said he. But a very serious one to me, returned the king reproachfully. Very indeed. And what did she propose to do with the photograph? To ruin me. But how? I'm about to be married. So I have heard. To Clotilde Lothman von Saxe-Meiningen, the second daughter of King of Scandinavia. You may know the strict principles of her family. She is herself the very soul of delicacy. A shadow of a doubt as to my conduct would bring the matter to an end. And Irene Adler threatens to send them the photograph, and she will do it. I know that she will do it. You don't know her, but she has a soul of steel. She has the face of the most beautiful of women and the mind of the most resolute of men. Rather than I should marry another woman, there are no lands to which she would not go. None. You are not sure that she has not sent her yet? I'm sure. And why? Because she had said that she would send it on the day when the betrothal was publicly proclaimed. That will be next Monday. Oh, then we have 3 days yet, said Holmes with a yawn. Ugh. That is very fortunate, as I have one or two matters of importance to look into just at present. Your Majesty will, of course, stay in London for the present. Certainly, you will find me at the Langham under the name of the Count von Cramp. Then I shall drop you a line to let you know how we progress. Pray do so. I shall be all anxiety. Then, as for money, you have carte blanche. Absolutely. I tell you that I would give one of the provinces of my kingdom to have that photograph. And for present expenses, the king took a heavy Shamian's leather bag from under his cloak and laid it on the table. There are 300 pounds of gold and 700 in notes, he said. Holmes scribbled the receipt upon a sheet of his notebook and handed it to him. And Mademoiselle's address? He asked. Is Briony Lodge, Serpentine Avenue, St. John's Wood. Holmes took a note of it. One other question, said he. Was the photograph a cabinet? It was. Then, good night, Your Majesty, and I shall trust that we shall soon have some good news for you. And good night, Watson, he added, as the wheels of the Royal Brougham rolled down the street. If you will be good enough to call tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock, I should like to have chat this little matter over with you. 2. At 3 o'clock precisely I was at Baker Street, but Holmes had not yet returned. The landlady informed me that he had left the house shortly after 8 o'clock in the morning. I sat down beside the fire, however, with the intention of awaiting him, however long he might be. I was already deeply interested in this inquiry, for though it was surrounded by none of the grim and the strange features which were associated with the two crimes which I have already recorded, still the nature of the case and the exalted station of his client gave it a character of its own. Indeed, apart from the nature of the investigation which my friend had on hand, there was something in his masterly grasp of a situation and his keen, incisive reasoning which made it a pleasure to me to study his system of work and to follow the quick, subtle methods by which he disentangled the most inextricable mysteries. So accustomed was I to his invariable success that the possibility of his failing had keystoned into my head. It was close upon 4 before the door opened, and drunken-looking groom, ill-kept and side-whiskered, with an inflamed face and disreputable clothes, walked into the room. Accustomed as I was to my friend's amazing powers in the use of disguises, I had to look 3 times before I was certain that it was indeed he. With a nod, he vanished into the bedroom. Whence he emerged in 5 minutes, tweed-suited and respectable as of old. Putting his hands into his pockets, he stretched out his legs in front of the fire and laughed heartily for some minutes. Well, really, he cried, and then he choked and laughed again until he was obliged to lie back, limp and helpless, in the chair. What is it? It's quite too funny. I'm sure you could never have guessed how I employed my morning or what I ended by doing. I can imagine. I suppose that you have been watching The Habits and perhaps The House of Miss Irene Adler. Quite so, but the sequel was rather unusual. I will tell you, however. I left the house a little after 8 o'clock this morning in the character of a groom out of work. There is a wonderful sympathy and freemasonry among horsemen. Be one of them, and you will know all that there is to know. I soon found Briony Lodge. It is a Bichot villa with a garden at the back, but built out in the front, right up to the road, 2 stories, shop lock to the door, large sitting room on the right side, well furnished. with long windows almost to the floor, and those preposterous English window fasteners which a child could open. Behind there was nothing remarkable, save that the passage window could be reached from the top of the coach house. I walked round it, examined it closely from every point of view, but without nothing, anything else, without nothing, anything, but without anything else of interest. I then lounged down the street and found, as I expected, that there was a mews in the lane which runs down by one of the wall of the garden. I lent the ostlers a hand in rubbing down their horses. I received in exchange 2 pence, a glass of half and half, 2 fills of shack tobacco, and as much information as I could desire about Miss Adler. To say nothing of half a dozen other people in the neighborhood in whom I was not in the least interested, but whose biographies I was compelled to listen to. Alright, everyone. So that's about it for today. The video is already quite long, so I'm gonna end it here for now. So yeah, please don't forget to subscribe and watch the whole video if you can. And yeah, thanks for watching once again. Bye.